Every man talks a big game, then he gets a taste of a real woman. I cook for them, love them, wash their clothes, kiss them lips, wipe them nose. You taste the sugar, you lose your teeth and everything beneath. No man alive can handle me. They say I'm too much woman for one Asian bed. Too much thoughts in this big head. To challenge him for you, I won't give in. Too much meat for their pride to see and agree. Them nuts in my mouth, then it goes south. Blow your mind and walk out on you. Yeah, they want a snack, not a meal, baby. They don't know how to ride till the end. No man alive can handle me. I'm fire dressed in melody. I shine too bright, I cut too deep. They talk their love, but they don't know how to keep. Don't you shove me, cause I shove back. Man, this woman can give you a heart attack. Gave my heart till my knees went weak. I ain't no doubt for some fool to own. They love my laugh, but not my pain. No man alive can handle me. No man alive can handle me. No man alive. No man alive can handle me. No man alive. They like it fluffy, they like it sweet, but I serve heat beneath the sheet. You taste the sugar, you'll fall to your knees. No man alive can handle me. No man alive to the end. No man alive. No man alive to the end. No man alive to the end. No.
Dun, dun, dun. No man alive can handle me. All right. Let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I knew I messed with my nose, all itchy. What is going on, everybody? Got a hell of a story today. Fallen Center is in the house first. Good morning. Second Wind is in here. Looks like we're building some people up. Hey, CDO. Here's the thing. Let me tell you what's really going on. I didn't know when to actually start to tell you guys any of this, but there have been some rumors out there that George and me are no longer together, and it is true. And deportation is on the rise. And you know, when the chips are down, and with me being sick and everything, and you know, your spouse is either going to support you or they're actually not. And we've had such a wonderful group that's been giving and helping. Like, you know, I've got medical things going on, my medicine, the doctor's appointments, several specialists, and needing surgery, minimally stents, but there's a possibility they won't even be able to do that. Then it could lead up to 7 million pesos. I can't fly home because I think the best day I've had is like 3 days, like where I'm sick but still get around. After that, I'm literally in bed for like 2 days sleeping. So, and then I'd be lucky to make it to Clark International. and get to the airport and totally crash out. I don't even think I'd even make it on the plane. I talked about I'd get in there, have all the energy, I'd have to get ready, take my luggage and everything. And the only way I'm getting out of here is if they deport me. And it looks like they finally are catching up on that. So, how bad is bad? Bad is bad. And a few of our people know about this, but George has left. And now I am here by myself. And now I have immigration breathing down my neck because we're no longer together, and he reported me. And I just wish somebody was here. And it's been really rough. And like every time I hear someone outside, I think they're coming for me. Stupid cat.
Still here? I already reported your butt.
Fuck you, bitch. I wish you would. Repeat after me. What did I say? I thought I had 5 days left, and what's going to happen during the first 3 days? I'm getting rid of 3 or 4 people during those days.
Oh, look at Mary.
I hope we disappointed a lot of trolls right now.
Oh.
Right? It's like, boo, we knew she was going. I got a better story than that for you guys today.
Yeah, guys, for the midterms, guys, again, just so you guys know, vote for Megatron. Oh, hell, Megatron.
We're not talking about politics today, George.
Shut up, Starscream.
You send one more stupid meme like you did with the Star Wars Van Damme thing. That was not funny. That wasn't funny at all. That was not funny at all, dude. I don't know where you're coming off on that.
It's hilarious. Van Damme is hilarious.
No. There was nothing.
No, don't get me wrong. Van Damme is cool. See, Steven Seagal is hilarious. Clarify. My tablet.
I pulled that all together for you. I brought the tablet over.
What? You're not even supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
I'm going to Abu Dhabi those eyes right off of you, you woodpecker.
Right next to the Hormuz.
You know where the Hormuz is on the map there, George?
Actually.
Where?
It's over. It's over there. It's over there.
Name 2 countries that surround that Hormuz. And
Paris and France.
And spell it. And don't spell it
Hoaremous.
Mousc. WHO.
Right next to Britney Spears.
ORE.
Oh, yeah.
MOUSE. Poor mouse. What's?
Yeah, I'm glad how you got that reference. But anyway.
All right, guys. All right, so no, I'm not being deported, and no, George ain't never going away. He's been at his family's house for a day or 2 at a time, but he ain't never going away because I will hunt him down like the dirty dog that he likes to be, and he acts like part of the time and can't be at the same time.
Wait, what?
And shut up, George. What? And I told you today, don't ask George to do anything. I'm gonna give you an example. We have these shirts, and I knew I had bought several sets of matching shirts. And I said, George, we have this one, the one with the cat.
It's a Mr. Bean shirt. It's his teddy bear. It's a Mr. Bean teddy bear.
We're not doing the teddy bear. We're doing the blue section today. So just stop. Before I violate you, and you're gonna have to call immigration. I wish they would. I wish they would. Ain't gonna be nothing like a bunch of little freaky Asians on me. So go ahead. Make my day and call them. So anyways.
Call him.
Call him. was I saying yesterday? Too many Asians in this house. And I was going on about these mouse. And I
She's
did.
talking about the Siamese.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Siamese, your Asian cats, you, and anybody. I'm like,
Who's that? Who dat? Who dat?
dude. So, anyways, let me get to the situation. So we have actually found. I read part of the story to George this morning. I found an expat that has such a desperate plea. He is a YouTuber,
He is.
and freaking barely. He's one of those wannabe, kind of like those goddamn wannabes at Coachella this year. But don't. Is it echoing?
Well, what is that? What happened
You
now?
hit the wires. You got to give it a minute. Hold on. Don't touch. Here it comes.
Oh.
Yeah, you hit the. Was it
There?
on or off?
No. It's on. Okay, it's on, but the default is not optimal. There's nothing wrong with the default settings, but the default settings are not usually optimal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
But thank you
guys.
for letting us know about the audio. Yeah.
Okay, is that better? Testing. All right, so this guy is the worst case scenario I've seen in almost 6 years. And when I say this guy, I'm sorry, it's just been one of these weeks. First off, this bitch hit every ugly rock down the rock, rocking down the hole, down in the hole, down the. You know how they say you hit every ugly branch on the way down the tree.
Oh damn!
Damn, him and his woman. People are like, what's that got to do with it, Heidi? You're fat and dying and old and all that. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna talk shit, man. So today I'm talking shit and shit on top of shit because I can't believe this shit. I mean, how many times can I say the word shit? I cannot believe this shit. And when I told you part of the story, you were like, what the hell? And I didn't even hit the bottom of the story. Everything we've talked about over the years to not do, this guy has done. We're going to deal with Social Security, deportation, married, having kids, dating a single mother, financing a store, financing other things, becoming majorly in debt. This man has fucked up so bad. It's fucked up. I can't think of anybody else that's fucked up this bad. You might as well be like Mark Thornton and actually dead. I mean, like anything this guy has done, he's hit rock bottom, beyond rock bottom, because he can't go back to the U.S. He doesn't have any money. The guy was GoFunding before he even left the goddamn U.S. And here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you now, the guy GoFunded his own grandmother's funeral for gas before he even like at the same time he met her. He was broke when he met her in the US and still came here. And he was on the low income Social Security and had zero money. Okay, when I say low income, that means that is 100% government funded. You didn't work on your own money. And it's what they call the welfare Social Security. You cannot leave the country for more than, I believe, 60 days. It's 30 to 60 days. I don't know if they've changed it. I thought it was 60 when I left. Now, I am not on that, okay? I am on what I've paid into since I was 15 years old, and I get the correct one. I report on a monthly basis. I
They
paid
know where we are.
into
We
it.
actually get mail from the U.S.
Yeah,
government.
we've shown
this
the
residence,
statements.
100%.
We file taxes. We do the whole 9 yards. So the whole point is I've paid in, and it's part of our income here.
Fact is, we're not hiding, and nobody has been. Which again,
so this guy claimed he was doing his research. So it's insane. So let me read what is actually going on with this. I just can't believe it. And so that will be our.
What's behind the car?
Do what?
What the heck's behind the car?
A tree that was out there when you parked it?
No, I saw an object.
Dude. You could have said that and grabbed the phone. I'm trying to get this story going.
No, I get that, but
There better be something besides a tree.
Oh, no. I looked at it.
There's a tree.
No.
Somebody pulled down the coconut
Yeah.
tree
No.
through the.
A car, a vehicle that doesn't allow me parked in front of my car, which again is fine. But
Stay focused, George. Stay focused. I bought a sand timer to give you 3 minutes to respond to
where is it?
everything. You can change the subject. I don't care if you're like
Where's the
me
timer? I don't
and
see a
you're
timer.
talking
Do you guys
about
see a timer?
pizza, and
I
then all
don't
of a
see a
sudden you're
timer.
talking about
Do you guys see a
hormones.
timer? I don't see a timer.
Jesus Christ. We both just in bad shape. We both just mental. So, anyways, so I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, I mean, what do you guys think the worst? I mean, what if you're researching to leave the country, not go to another state? Like, you should like really be looking into it. Really looking into it. 1 second.
Well, probably.
Okay, so yeah, let me check. Something just came in on the other phone. I wonder who's calling on this one.
Well, either way, well, not jumping the gun. The thing is with this gentleman again, there's nothing wrong with what he wants. That's not an issue. There's nothing wrong with what he wants. There's nothing wrong with the relationship he wants. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, financially, we're talking about a different level that most normal people are not even on a normal level with. And I'm not talking about a higher level, I'm talking about a lower level. For example, one of my major issues, if you plan to be an expat, you do not ask for a GoFundMe to visit your grandma's
passed away
funeral.
on top.
Correct. You do not build a freaking GoFundMe to visit your grandma's funeral in the United States. Just saying. We're talking about a different level of,
Sad.
well, I was going there, but I said financial instability was, so trying to be politically correct. But yes, you guys get the picture. What I'm saying is, if you can't visit your dead grandma in the United States, you probably should not be leaving the freaking country at all. And that's my major issue. Forget the other issues. Again, there's more issues. But what I'm saying is, if you can't travel the United States, which isn't that expensive, I'm just saying, I mean, going from um when I drove to North Carolina on a regular basis, at the most, and I said at the most with a V8 engine, I spent like a full tank of gas to and from, and that's with a V8 with excessive gas already. What I'm saying is, if you can't afford gas to visit somebody, there's something wrong. You probably shouldn't be going to.
Say 1 second. I think I know what also is going on. We have the what's it called is on. It just cut out for a second time. Hold on, guys. We've got the antivirus is on.
Oh, it's on the side.
Yeah, it was right here.
No, you just go on the side.
No, that doesn't. You have to go to the app to shut it off.
I know that, but you can get through the app.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's one of the major red flags for anybody to figure out. And again, we haven't even started yet. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so that's what he actually.
No, it's
It's
real.
insane that the guy was so broken down and out. And here's another thing. So he's got 3 younger children that he's starting a relationship in a whole nother country, and then decides to actually come to see her and everything. And then this is during the pandemic. So this relationship's been going on for a few years. And I'm trying to grab the letter now, guys. This is why they call it a live stream. Pull our shit together on this one.
No, it seems like the wires are.
They're still saying it's acting up.
No, there's static. They said.
Is that better? You didn't have to touch those.
No, it's something's causing static.
They could be hearing the whoosh whoosh for new people. Is it our old people or
No,
new?
it's new. It's old people. It's Raymond. And Raymond.
I mean, the machines.
No, that's not it. It's Raymond.
Okay, just checking. Okay, so the guy started out visiting. Oh, I had video I was going to put up. Let's put up, you guys, see this good-looking couple I'm talking about. We want to take a look at these lookers here. So I told George first off, I believe there's a slight age gap. I'm pretty sure she is older. I could be wrong. Let's get in here and get a closer look at the missus and him. That's a good picture there. All right. So there we go. All right. I visited this woman in 2020. He came during the pandemic, which was pretty rough. Right during that time, it shows he's got an Instagram, he's got a YouTube, and he's got it totally dedicated to her. They met through the Dating Asia app, by the way. Asia dating app. So we just painfully watched one of his videos that's in poor quality, done on probably one of those $50 phones from back in 2020 at the gas station. Like, the quality was horrible. We just watched that. He said he knew the quality had nothing to do with the internet. He just got a horrible cheap phone. So he's recording. She's got kids. He's got kids. She's still married in the Philippines. What have we told you guys about that shit? She's still married. He starts the relationship knowing she's still married. They met online. They had fallen in love and began their plans to make their life. This is him telling his story in front of the Expat forum, by the way. Let me get a little liquid courage here. What was supposed to be a 1-week vacation. You paying attention to the story here, George? There's.
Sorry, I had to Google track phone because it's been so long.
Oh, you looking to see what the
I
resolution-
forgot track phone. That's what I honestly Googled track phone because it's been a while. For those of you who don't know, for example, Virgin Mobile has the best prepaid cellular. No, really, they do. But track phone, oh my gosh, that's where almost everybody who can't afford a real phone, that's what they get, and that's. I had to Google it up. It's been a while. Okay.
I get it, but it was shitty footage there.
Yeah,
His
it's probably a
YouTube
track
channel,
phone. Yeah,
he's a YouTuber, you know.
it's probably a track phone.
Sorry, guys, I've been sick. So he gave it his best shot and everything, right? What did they say? He shot his shot or shot his load, shoot his shit. How do you say that? He shot the rim. Anyways, he got himself a Filipino. Looks to be an older one with children and still married. Bonus. Okay, and look, she's got herself a good-looking Bugs Bunny there. Look, George, he does look like Bugs Bunny. No? Damn, George ain't even gonna get in on this shit. Stop picking your nose, man. All right, so listen to the story here, George. So his 1-week vacation turned into several months. He landed in Clark. It was locked down and everything. Anyways, he says, I returned back to the U.S. and then began doing all my research. Evidently not enough. I could think of an attempt to build a life there with her while we made plans to bring her to America. She is still legally married to somebody, but hasn't been with them for like 2 years. Dun, dun, dun. And he knew this, right? But I found a loophole. He found a loophole, George. You know what? He'd have been better screwing that loophole, by the way.
I would like to know this loophole, which I never reveal. Second off, there is no loophole, guys. There is no loophole.
We've heard expats over the years, the only loophole is to literally pay 60,000 US or something to 100,000. Like you got to pay somebody now. Some people, oh, I
There
only
is
paid
no
10,000.
loophole.
I got out of the divorce. No, there ain't no loophole. The only possible loophole was the one that Rose and David talked about when she talked about leaving David. She was going to claim that something about one or the other was going to claim there was insanity going on and there was no huffy puffy or no sex or something. So they were going to try to get out of the marriage that way. But here's the thing, she's got 3 freaking kids from this guy. And so anyways, it gets better, George. So just hold on. So he'd have been better by taking a look at her. He probably should have screwed that loophole. That loophole probably looks better than she does. Damn, no comeback on that one. All right, so let me see how much I can insult everybody here. So all the research, sorry, I got caught on the loophole thing. Anyways, fast forward to 2021. I was sending her money while I was in the US, and she had started building a house on a property. Didn't say who owned that property there, George. And it says here that he became injured. Long story short, unpleasant landlord circumstances in the United States caused us to change our plans, and then he headed to the US. I was going to camp in my car over the next 18 months and live out of my car, sending her money to build this house so he could continue to collect his SSI and switch it to SSDI, which made no sense because SSI is when you have not worked enough in your lifetime to collect. So you get like that 600, 700, 800 a month. And it's not earned. You don't have enough credit hours. Basically, it's the same as applying for food stamps. You cannot leave the United States on that. You can travel for, I think it is 30 days. Correct me if there's something else out there, guys.
For those of you who don't know what this means, it means that the reason why you're an SSI is because you cannot work. Period. The end. No ifs, no buts. But in order for you to be an SSDI,
You collect it based on your
your
working
work,
credits.
correct.
It gives you more money.
So-
You've earned it, and you can leave the U.S.
So, which means again, this is an impossibility. There's no such thing as transferring from SSI to SSDI.
Which means this is more than. So we have the first mistake that he's with a married woman and he knows it. He's leaving his kids behind. He's already GoFunding me things. By the way, on his YouTube and Instagram, he's GoFunding and he's asking people to fund taking his whole life and chick and everything either to the US or them staying in the Philippines. He had been asking people for money. So it's all over all of his social media pages. So he's already asking for money in advance. He's been asking for the GoFundMe. So she talked me into coming there. I had gotten a small settlement. So I don't know if he initially got SSI and had a small settlement or if it was from something else. He took the small settlement, came to the Philippines, George. He bought a vehicle and then he paid off the land allegedly and paid for the house that they were in. And then it says here he sent all of his stuff through the Billy buy-in boxes. I was doing my part to keep up on my visa every 2 months until I stopped in 2023. Remember, this is 2026. So the dude has not paid his immigration in 3 years. So, boom, there's another one, George. So he's not even paying his immigration on
Big
top of it.
surprise.
My Filipina has started borrowing money. And she insisted on clearing up a debt and something about 15,000 pesos. And then they borrowed more money to open a business. So then they thought they would start a business, George. You know what they started?
Sir.
How'd you know? Just a wild guess what like the broke expats do. They opened a eatery, sorry store. He borrowed money for that too. And at the same time, the car that he had bought used is officially broke down. Can it get any worse than this? Yes, believe me, it gets a lot worse. I've got a second paragraph here, a long paragraph. the person who they thought they could trust in the Philippines, okay, that was renting the shop that they were running their Sorry Sorry store in, started using vicious tactics. They were raising the rent on him, he said. They allowed all these truckers and people to park in front of their house or in front of the business. They were blocking them and they started stealing from us stuff out of the store and everything. It caused me to lose my business. That's why, babe. He was a great businessman. You can tell that. I mean, why didn't he just go fund the business? No?
Okay, now.
Hold up. Do you want the rest of the story or you want respond one thing at a
No,
time?
go ahead. Keep going.
All right, we'll come back on this, guys, and discuss the whole thing. So at this point, he lost the business because of it. Then I became sick and I ended up in the hospital. Can I get a small violin here? Babe, he ended up sick in the hospital. He had to borrow more money. So then at this point, we were about to try to. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. The next line. He then had to borrow. Then came the brother that showed up. A brother showed up that started helping around the house there, George. The brother showed up and we were going to give him a piece of the property when he started helping around the place. He started doing work around the house and everything else. And he was building his own Kubo, the thing on the property. He was building his own little house on there. You think that was your ex? Maybe.
Well, since
I don't
want to go.
Okay, well, wait.
that
We'll let
far
you respond.
in,
Okay, so there's an alleged brother building something on the property and helping all of a sudden. Could be legit. We don't know. But you let the brother move in. What have we told you about the brother and the cousins living there? Could be the ex. Maybe not. All right, guys. So then when shit went down, things started getting weird. The brother was an alcoholic. Now, I want to let you know in this video, she recently mentioned that she liked him because he wasn't abusive and other things, which makes me think she was talking about an abusive ex. I like you because of this, and that, and I like that you're nice and you're not abusive. And I'm thinking, after they mentioned here that the brother was an alcoholic and violent, he was then arrested. Things that make you go, huh. So, in saying that, they bailed him out, borrowed more money. This dude's rich to be borrowing all this money here in the Philippines. But things got weird. He jumped bail, and we then rescinded to give him any property. He got mad, and he then reported me to the BI. He could be standing out there. That's the delivery guy. Yeah, it says 3 paid. All right, guys. So he then looked for a buyer to sell the house, everything else. It was our full intention to do right by the BI and take care of immigration, but not empty-handed. Anyways, long story short, I confessed I did not have or do enough research about coming to the Philippines. I was not supposed to be here on just SSI and did not consider that I might lose my SSI, which I did. And I told you guys, more than 30 or 60 days. I think it's up to 60 days you can be out of the country. He lost his Social Security. So then
Shocker.
he had no income and just admitted it. I'm also 400,000 pesos in debt. 400,000. Let's see. It's $500,000 is 10,000. So give or take 8 to 9,000. I think US would be how much he owes everybody. He then owed the interest on it. I attempted to turn myself in, and I have no income. and my vehicle is not working. I have no way to get to Manila and no way to get to the embassy. And they said they need an order of deportation from the BI before they'll even come and talk to me. The guy, George, cannot even get deported. They know he's behind by years. Basically, he's begging to be deported, guys. That's it. That he didn't ask for help. I know he used to have a GoFundMe. Let's some more.
Well, first off, for those of you wondering how is he so deep in debt, first off, his former partner, I say former because odds are they're not together anymore.
Oh my God! Look at the hair on. Look, he's got hair. He's got a look. He's got a shoulder patch of hair.
So his former partner, I'm pretty sure, borrowed money on his
The
behalf
devil went
to get
down to
money for
Georgia.
them
He
to
was looking
survive.
for a soul to steal. And
Second,
he was in a bind, and he ran out of time. And the brother turned out to be her ex. And then my car broke down, and I borrowed for $100,000 in debt. And then I asked immigration to come take me away and send me back to the hellhole America. And they wouldn't take me. It's kind of like the devil went down to Georgia, and he was looking for a.
yeah. So second, the fact that he, again, if you're collecting Social Security legally, Social Security, the U.S. government will take the money back, which means you'll go into the negative.
Correct.
So half
he
of
had
this
been
debt
here for
is
years.
from Social Security.
No, it's not. That's from what he borrowed in the Philippines. He
Oh,
said.
well then.
No, that's not the
then-
400,000 pesos he owes. He was in the hospital. He was in the hospital. He borrowed money to fix the car to get the sorry store. She used it to pay off debt when he first got there. And yeah, he didn't. He had
Either
nothing.
way, he's screwed.
He owes the SSI when he gets back to America.
And another thing that a lot of people don't realize that countries don't deport you willy nilly because it costs money to deport you. What I'm saying is, do they deport you if you committed a crime? Yes. But do they deport you because you're broke? You're a broke ass? No. They'll let you suffer. Fact.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what country you're in. If you're in a country and you're suffering and you're poor, they will let you suffer.
That's it. You realize how many more and more expats are actually at this point that are actually homeless. And here's the thing, the biggest thing that I've been hit with in the last 60 days is heavy medical. And it is something I didn't count on. And currently I am trying to raise funds to have stents or open heart surgery because I can't make it back. And that's the one thing that I actually had planned for. I guess that's not going to help. It's the monitor that's I either have to sit back or got the lights in my eyes. So it's something that I didn't count for. But Jesus Christ, this guy doesn't have medical, doesn't have savings, he doesn't have an income. He counted on welfare from the U.S. Social Security. And sure, you guys have said, hey, Heidi, you're on welfare and collecting and eating off the tit of the government. Fuck you. I fucking earn that, not the same. And it's not our full, actual, only way to live. If my Social Security drops off tomorrow, we ain't going to be on the street. And surely not going to be that.
It wouldn't because it was earned Social Security.
I get that. I'm just saying if it was the one thing and it got cut off, like let's say the government was so broke that something happened, then yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is this guy fully relied on one thing. Then he's with a married woman. That's a possibility. That's the brother on the property. And everything. He left a bunch of kids behind. She's got a couple kids. She's married. I can't keep going through. Every worst case scenario became this guy's nightmare. Now he can't even get to the embassy to beg to go home. Now he's stuck on a property that's probably, I would bet, is a family plot of land on top of that.
Okay, next would be, let's talk about the business, shall we?
Yeah, and then the freaking business.
Let's talk about Sarah Karinderia. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're an expat, listen to me. Don't think about it. Don't even think about it. Sarah Carinderias are diamond dozen. For those who don't know what a carinderia is, I guess it's the Spanish version of cafeteria. Carinderia is technically cafeteria, guys. And I mean It's just spoken in a different language. But anyway, point being is do not open one. Why? Because first off, you're better off opening up a sar store than a Candaria. You know why? Spoilage. Keyword spoilage. And what I'm getting at
Oh
is
my God.
restaurants. A Candaria is a restaurant. The number one killer of restaurants is spoilage. Because you have to keep on buying food nonstop every freaking day, or else you won't have anything to sell. And if you don't keep buying food every day, guess what? You're gonna have spoilage because you can't feed your people rotten food, can you? So what I'm saying is that's already dead. Okay.
Well, and here's the thing. He borrowed money to open it up. He said he would repay.
Right. Second.
He would repay everything, including keeping up on the rent. And he rented the place, which is really bad.
Right. And then the second part is okay. He said, I quote.
Hey, Ronald.
Well, I not exactly quote because I'm okay. Let's paraphrase quoting because I'm pretty sure these aren't the exact words. That the owner allowed truck drivers to park there, and that ruined my business. No, that's called lack of research. The reason why trucks park there is because it's the only place available to
On the main
freaking
highway.
park.
That'd be my guess. He's probably on a main
So you did not
stretch.
do your research. You put up your car in there in front of a place where truck drivers parked and blocked the view.
Which means the same as everything. He didn't do any.
Because
freaking
guess what?
research.
If truck drivers can park somewhere else, they would.
Hey, Cindy.
They're not going to park in front of an establishment because they're jerks. Well, okay, no, some do, but normally truck drivers are normally salt of the earth. It's like truck drivers in the U.S. I mean, truck drivers get a bad rap in the U.S. You know, like candy cane. But no, you
mean being real.
Anybody who knows a real truck driver knows
Better than
that
being a simp.
most truck drivers are really nice guys. And what I'm saying is they're not going to be a jerk. Same thing here.
It was just an excuse.
No, it's just an
babe.
excuse.
You're going
correct.
into the truck driver thing. He said they were stealing from their store. He said they were blocking the front of his store, including letting the trucks park there. And then, I mean, how are you going to blame when all this other shit?
Well,
you made
again,
like
I'm pretty
50
sure the
bad
truck driver's been
decisions.
parking there ever since.
You made like 50 bad decisions before you even got
It's like truck drivers in the U.S. Truck drivers park where they park. They don't decide to park in front of a restaurant. No. Well, of course, if that restaurant has a huge ass parking lot, yes. But obviously, we're not talking about that. You guys know what I'm talking about. This ain't no Flying J SAR story. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, right. Yeah, sorry about the audio, guys. I hate that. Somebody said call Carrie. Yeah, forget that. Doesn't benefit her. And I mean, I guess she can. That would be a simp vlogger on top of a simp situation. I can't even begin to go into that immigration isn't even coming for him. That's pretty bad.
Well, they're not gonna go after you unless they. I mean, unless you're an actual criminal, they're not gonna go after you.
Being behind's enough. They claim it is, but they don't want him, I guess. There's something going on and stuff. Yeah. My wife's dad has a saying, taste for wine, but money for beer. Yeah. The YouTube channel is actually the name of getting to the Philippines. He hasn't done nothing in a while. Let me see if I can find it. I believe it's called Getting to Emily. EMILLIA. Emilia, yeah. Yeah, that's what it's getting to EMILLIA. There's two L's in it. So causing static, yeah, sorry about that. GoFundMe, I mean, for criming
out. Well, GoFundMe to see my grandma. I mean,
to get gas money. Should have told himself.
That's like a red flag. You probably shouldn't leave the country because you obviously can't even leave your house.
the government gives better phones than that. Yeah, at least, yeah, and it would have been better footage. Like we watched this footage, it was painful.
Honestly, I've
It
never
was
had a
painful.
track phone before, so I wouldn't know as far as the qualities of those phones. But Jesus Christ,
Well, I just know they got bad cameras in it. I was just giving an example. Girl, you have a pretty mouth.
Virgin Mobile has great phones and great coverage. Um, Boost Mobile has great coverage. The phones are kind of like eh.
Yeah, there was a ton of red flags. This is like one of the worst stories. I mean, I challenge you guys to think of somebody that had a harder time. And we've covered a lot of things, but in the end, it was like immigration is refusing. Like the
Yeah,
guy can't even get
if
deported.
you have to hire a lawyer to get deported and
Yes,
they're
he
still
claims he
ignoring
hired.
you,
That's bad. He hired somebody to reach out to get the order to get him to leave. Now, remember, World Zoom, when he went in, he did hire somebody to get him sped up. They won't even come for him. And that to me is, people think that every time you drop a dime, you get taken away and shit. Now he's on the radar and he's going to pay out the ass when he goes to leave. But everything, he's with a married woman. He bought land with somebody and he didn't even go into that. Broken down car, ended up there, came on the government's dime of the welfare, social security. He didn't research that. The dude just listened to everybody. And do you know how many guys here come anyways on that and they just don't get caught? But they're advised, oh yeah, you can use any social security, go ahead and take off and send your mail here. Well, what happens is they don't have any place back there and then they start sending stuff to your old address. The government will cut you off. They find out eventually when the bank, something bounces back or paperwork from the bank or from social security isn't picked up out of the mailbox. That's it. And he cooked himself and he's like, yeah, by the way, I lost that too. So he doesn't have any money. How do you think that relationship is going right now?
what relationship?
Right? Because something
No, they
tells
gave
me
up
the
on that.
money.
I'm pretty sure she gave up on that relationship a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's not even
she got a
questioned.
house built. He was sending her money, doing everything else. No, Sarah, we have not heard from Chosen One. I think he's left a comment in the last 30 days, but as far as coming in alive and stuff, it's been I got 3 Billy Vine boxes coming my way. Just don't know how I'm going to lift them right now. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Who the hell is this? Oh, snap. But aren't collecting disability, Heidi and George. I am, but not George. What are you, one of them dumb dipshits that why you guys keep mentioning the actual George being on disability, which is really weird. Hold on, I have something to say about that. Stupid ass. Whatever. It's like I don't understand how people can get that like mixed up. That we've done several videos on social security. I've transferred like having banks here and been through all of that stuff, but you have to keep it legal, including differently this guy was with a married woman. He could have got roped off based on that, and she's got kids. These kids appear to both be under 13 maybe. I'm starting a business that's called IND Your Own Business. Mind your own business. What? He doesn't have the long schlong. He's nice. What did she say about being attracted to him? The daughter did an interview and she asked, she goes, well, I'm something about not being physically attracted to him. I'm like, you ain't no looker yourself, lady.
The answer was again. I'm paraphrasing here. I'm not quoting her. She basically said that
You better sit down so I can wait.
he's accepting me for who I am,
Right, and then
which is
she said something about
not
she's not physically attracted.
not the
She
right
likes the
answer. If that makes any
outside.
sense. It's kind of like
I like what's on the inside of George. He's like a Reese cup.
yeah. It's like do you think I'm handsome? Well, I think that what matters is what's on the inside. That's not answering the question. It's skirting around
When I
around
poked George the other
truth,
day,
and then that's
when I poked George the other day,
basically what it
I
is.
had peanut butter and chocolate on my finger. How'd
Yeah.
that feel?
Wonderful. But yeah, you guys get the picture. If and guys pay attention, or women, if you pay attention again.
Hey, Tia.
If you ask a straight question and they answer with, "Oh, what matters is the inside," they're basically just telling you you're ugly. I'm just saying. But
Yes,
anyway,
guys, let's get those thumbs up, those comments, those stickers going. You know, me and George had a long talk about medical the other day, and what was the biggest thing I said that I've been doing? I have my good days and bad days. Can we discuss what we discussed yesterday, or not really? Better to hold on to that.
I wouldn't know what you're talking about because we talk about a lot of things. So therefore, that's a weird. I'm
The
saying,
disappointment factor.
huh? That's a lot of things too.
Oh, hold on. Well, basically the disappointment factor is I have good days and bad days. And when I have 2 or 3 good days, then it's like the disappointment factor is it's like I feel like you feel like $1,000,000 and then you get hit and then you can't breathe and you're down and you're sleeping and then I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm not going to need this and I'm not going to and I'm going to be good as rain." And then the doctor reminded me at the last appointment, he's like, "Yeah, you still have a bad heart." It's just like, just you have your good days and bad days and everything. So, Kumasta, Slick saying hi. Why do American guys like the ugly ones? Yeah, she's. And then he went all the way out, and I'm like, well, maybe he's just a super simp and wanting to have a family, but he's got 3 children in America. He's got them in his Instagram and shit. So it's kind of wild. And then she's got kids. He knows she's married. You didn't research what it is to be with a married woman in an Asian country. Is the land belong to the family? You trusted her to help you get the business set up, and it's just crazy. And then he didn't research the Social Security. It's crazy. He ended up in the hospital, borrowed money. Who kept loaning this ding dong money?
I was wondering about that.
He did every time I borrowed money. I borrowed money. Heavy metal, metal. I think you're trying to say metal. I have a sugar mama. I know you got a sugar mama. Yes, and that's another thing. Yes, they could be. It's a could be factor or will be cutting it unless they do something different, some sort of investment. But the way the America's circling the toilet bowl right now, if they can't borrow, beg, or steal the Hormuz, they could be in trouble. And yeah, in 6 years, yeah, he was going to lose money anyways. Hey, Thomas, what's going on? Most calendarias are down here. Work truck parking. Yeah, they can feed the drivers. Yeah, then he said they were stealing. They raised the rent. It just sounded like he had every excuse and everything went wrong with this dude. And I was telling George this morning, this guy had total failure in America. There's no way with that. That just didn't turn out to be bad luck, bad luck, bad luck. That guy, that's like that bad luck had been following him for a long time.
Well, not to mention anybody who's dealt with business,
We said it's old footage.
yeah, anybody knows that if you're supposed to open up a business, again, this is not from me. I did not make this up. If you're supposed to open a business, you're supposed to run financially free. You have enough capital to run the business for 3 years, and at the least 1 year, and realistically, and I say realistically, 6 months without profit, and I'm
Yeah,
talking about
the
6 months without, yes, money in the bank. I guarantee you that Carindere was not open. Was probably open a month or two.
He was expecting.
Two at the tops.
Yeah,
Two.
he said he was expecting to
cannot
pay it off
do
in
that.
a year. There's no way you
No.
were going to pay that loan off.
No, it's normally
Oh,
3 years. If you open a business, you're supposed to operate for 3 years. Here, I know they operate on average of 1 year, only because the minimal legal contract you can have for a lease is 1 year. What I'm saying is, but most of the people who open up business here, they're already like in debt dying within the first 3 months because they don't know when you open a business you're supposed to have capital to last you 3 years. I'm just saying,
I'm
guys,
gonna open a
don't do
pizza,
it.
bacon, and candle
Don't
shop.
do it. Don't open a restaurant. Open up a service restaurant, fine, but
I'm gonna open
restaurants, forget it.
Can I-
Forget it, man.
Can I open up Dictum's Express?
Correct. That's more profitable.
Oh
just
shit!
saying.
Fat Fax has got other shit. Aren't you collecting in a GoFundMe, Heidi? Oh hell no, you didn't go there. Oh hell no, you didn't go there. All right, so let's get something straight. I'm fucking dying. Okay. And I've got where I need either open heart surgery or stents might help. And we're talking $40,000 probably, give or take, to take care of this because I can't make it back. Yeah, that's on me. I've been saying that's on me. Big goddamn difference than trying to get your ass to the Philippines and get goddamn pussy. And the moment this motherfucker funded me gas money to get to his Grammy's fucking funeral, it was game over. Now, if people want to be generous and give something because I'm goddamn dying, mind your own goddamn business, fat bitch. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Dumbass vloggers out there and shit going into this full fact of, oh, this is just made up and all that shit. Yeah, I'm making this shit up, made up the test, going to these appointments, sitting around hospitals, showing you guys videos that it's all fake. And hell yeah, I'm going to talk about it. This goddamn guy is a pure fucking idiot. Big fucking difference in dying and asking for help and being goddamn prided than being a fat ass bitch that don't know nothing. Take your ass and go sit down somewhere. Slick Rick. Oh, you got anything to say? Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean,
big difference, George. I'm goddamn dying. Here's the thing. Sorry to disappoint you guys that I'm still alive after a few months. But it doesn't change the fact that it just doesn't change any of the fact that my heart is bad.
Actually, you know what? I probably need to open up a GoFundMe. I need a GoFundMe fund for George needs to go to Walking Street to get laid because his wife is dying. Fun.
Like put out funds. Can she come and do my dishes? Because
There
you're
you
a
go.
horrible dishwasher
There you
and
go.
you're a horrible little cook.
There you go.
Maybe you can bring somebody home that really knows how to.
There you go.
Do you know how to make chocolate chip pancakes?
Doubt it.
Oh shit.
Or white champorado. Doubt
White
it.
girl champorado. Get that shit right.
Right. Doubt it.
White girl champorado. I'm laying down, not sitting down. I hear you. That's what I'm gonna be doing here in a little bit. I'm ugly and I can admit it, but I have a great personality. You sure do.
He has a great personality, right? Yeah, no, I mean, guys and girls, don't fall for that now.
Right? Thanks, Cindy. Yeah, guys, get the thumbs up and spread this around. I think there's a lesson in every bit of it. A lot of people really watch too many YouTube channels that say, yeah, just bring your Social Security, but they don't go into the types of Social Security. They go into, yeah, you can live in another country and you could keep all your shit back in the US, but these fuckers have been living here like 6-7 years. Honestly and legally, you're not supposed to. You're no longer a resident back in America. You're a citizen. But once you're living outside and you're doing that, you're skimming under the goddamn radar. How many of them have their credit cards beep and drop out
Right.
on them? How many of them lose their Social Security, gets untethered, and they have to redo shit on it because it's no longer going to their bank in America? I would probably say 3 out of 10 of these homeless guys, or 4, have lost their pensions, whether it's in the UK, America, or somewhere else, because of their
be
banks
careful.
and where their mail goes.
Yeah,
And these
pensions. Yeah,
mailbox places that these other guys are advising you to get, they require certain ID in that, and banks and tax and all that. Most of them, if you don't have the right one, will reject the
Yeah.
mail. They know
not
it's a
not all
mailbox
pensions
place.
are the same. Not
Right, in
all
different
PO
countries.
boxes are
Correct.
allowed. Yes. And again, guys, again, just to show your sign of support, hit that like button or dislike button, and also to show your sign of support, go to your partner's contact case lenses, the case, and put a single drop of Tabasco sauce on each side.
I'm so glad you're so helpful here. I'm so glad I'm just blessed. I'm blessed and I'm scared at the same
Hashtag
time.
blessed. Hashtag Heidi is blessed.
Get your hands off me, you little Asian freak.
Hashtag get your hands off me.
What's-
Hashtag get off me.
Racism will get real super ugly later. I'm gonna beat you with racism later and a belt.
Hashtag chink.
I call him Chink and Chong.
Hashtag chink and chong.
We have the two Siamese cats. I call them Chink and Chong, and George goes, "You can't say that." I said, "Hey, if I put it in a certain context, then you can call me a racist." But I'm doing this very nicely. It's because his eyes are all chinked up, and that's what I call him. Now, if I say something about him being Chinese and he stinks like certain food, and I go into some real racist stuff all the time with him, and then call him that something different, that's just his name. It's you thinking racism. So leave my Chink and Chong alone.
Not my fault your Siamese cat squints. I'm not
They
joking.
got too many Asians in
The Siamese cat
Well, it
squints.
would help if the other Asian cat wasn't poking his eyes out. I think they've been playing and biting on each other. I think they picked up dust in each other's eyes, or the kittens. Kittens use their back feet. They do that weird flipping thing. I think he scratched his eye. They've been playing too much. Did I say hi to you, Bok Choy? Good morning. Watching from Manila. Georgia tries to watch.
Manila, A.
What is going on? My hospital visit cost me 700 pesos. The drugs cost me freak. I forgot what. Yeah, I mean that's the good thing is like when I go to the specialist, it's between 700 and 1,000, which is somewhere between I think that's about $13 to $20. It's like the blood work each time that costs a couple hundred, which is still cheaper than the U.S., but it kind of hits you hard when you're paying a couple hundred. And then the medicines, like those inhalers we just got again, are over 100, better than the US. I know things can get expensive. And then it's all the monthly medicine now. I think I'm on a total of 13 pills, X in the morning and X at night. So but it's keeping me alive. And then the inhaler treatments and stuff. You ain't opening no strip club. Go sit down. You know what? That's another thing. They get here to Angel City. You know how many girls get turned out, as many as bar owners get turned out here? I couldn't imagine. That's worse than probably a sorry store is considering opening these bars. You deal with all kinds of stuff. You're dealing with the local guys, the local government, other bars extorting you, other Filipinos extorting. You got little mafias here. You got little gangs. I couldn't even. I don't want to beat ass all day. I don't want to have to sit George outside all day trying to beat people off. Oh wait a minute, that didn't even sound right. You want to sit outside the doors beating people off all day?
Yes.
You got enough lotion?
Yes.
How's them little hands working? Let's see those fists. Show me those fists. No, show me the fists, not fingers. Let me see your fists. Put them up like you're going to box. Let me see them. It's like milking a goddamn mouse. Can you not do better than that? Faster, George. Faster there. All right, that's enough. Double fisting will not get these medical bills paid. She was there. Slick Rick says, I'll be your first customer, second win. Oh shit, Cindy. Cindy said, get the trolls. Heidi's blocked them. Yeah, we all know you and support you. Yeah. And that's what I was telling George is that was part of the discussion. I said, I hate that I'm having good and bad days. And then, we have a lot of support people, emails. Of course, we get trolls. They talk about us on the channel. They send us emails. I'm like, oh, looks like you're still alive. Or it looks like you lied because you're still alive. I was like, God damn, sorry to disappoint you, Dick Nod. It's like, what the fuck? And that's what George says. But I also understand that. I said, think about how many people that are super sick. Like, I did. I told my family, and it's what the doctors are saying. It's what we know will happen. It's a fact. My heart is like 80% clogged, literally drops of blood going through it. Depends on what I do through the day, is how much I breathe and stay on the oxygen and all that. And it's like, you tell your family you're doing that and how sick you are. And then I told George, I said, shit, what if I make it to Christmas? Sorry to disappoint my family. And honestly, my family seems to be the biggest people that are like besides the trolls. It's like, oh, I thought you said you were dying. It's like, no, I guess I'm not, It's like, what do you want me to do, you know? And I told George, I was like, it's almost like all the world is a stage. I mean, would you like me to do some Shakespeare shit in front of you guys? Or would you like my eyes to bleed or something? It's just like, take it easy, dudes, you know? That's why we try to give as much like the papers and show you at the appointments and the stuff and keep you guys up to date because the true faith believers know what's going on. You can see I'm sick. I'm extremely pale. I got dark circles under my eyes. I've been struggling to breathe. And I mean, like I told George, who the hell would lay on a single hospital bed that's made out of metal for the fuck of it? It's not exactly comfortable, but I will attribute. George goes, well, what do you think's been the better thing? You being on the oxygen more often and the meds? And I said, it's that, but the other half is the bed because I'm no longer laying flat on a bed, which was putting pressure on my heart, and it was like my lungs and everything. I have pulmonary edema, which means I have fluid in there. When you're laying flat, the fluid gets in there, and there's all kinds of science to it. But now the bed is literally at a high angle, and even when I lay on my side, I'm still sitting up mostly. It's like being in a chair. And I said, I think that's
Well,
been
also a
helping.
lot of people don't realize that there are medical scientists go ahead and go advance, and a lot of people don't realize things. What I'm saying is, now, for example, they're like, oh, they haven't found a cure for cancer. Okay, I get that, but a lot of people don't realize that man is currently living way beyond their lifespans right now at this moment, and that includes
Yeah, it could just be a
terminally ill
miracle I'm
people.
still here.
If Heidi lived in the 19, I mean, if she is now in her current state, lived in early 1980s, she'd be dead within
I'd
the
be
first
dead,
3 months.
I
Fact.
definitely contribute to being able to sit up
Correct.
in the bed like that and the
Well, that's another thing. For
medicines,
example, the bed.
the type of
If me
steroid
and Heidi never
inhalers,
got the
and
bed, and again, thank you so much, guys. And if me and Heidi never went to the doctors every other week,
well, we have three
she'd
specialists. So
be
the
she'd be gone
pulmonary,
by now.
yeah, the
Fact.
pulmonary guy said,
Fact.
he says, yeah, he goes, there's no way you're getting on a
It's not even a
plane.
question.
You're
Yeah.
extremely sick. You're lucky you're still here. He went through the whole thing.
No,
and it was scary. We were going through that
no,
whole
he
scary
almost had a
thing.
heart attack
Now
when
just like,
when we even brought up the plane. He's like, oh no, no, no. He says no.
yeah, the blood clots. He went through the whole thing.
Right.
So with the APS, I've got super thick blood, and the first thing that can happen
Yeah, they
is
call
the
it
blood
sticky blood.
clots.
Yeah, they call it
And
sticky
they
blood.
believe that's what's clogging my arteries. Oh, and this is also for the trolls on the side. Somebody was like, "Oh, when is she going to accept the fact that she's fat and she eats the wrong things
Actually,
and
she
doesn't take
Heidi has barely have any cholesterol.
the?" I did take responsibility. I said, "I'm a fat ass bitch. Of course, I've
Yeah.
had my food. You sure the fuck had your food, alcohol, and dick your entire life, or pussy. You guys did your life. I did mine. Okay." But the whole point is, I was like, yeah, I've taken responsibility. I know that I've eaten pizza over the years, or I've had, probably I'm more of a sugar freak than anything. But I've also went through years of, I was a pure vegan, didn't eat no cheese, didn't eat, I mean, like, it was
Again,
basically
Heidi
fruits
eats
and
more healthier
vegetables.
than I do to this day.
And it
To this day.
was, and so now I am on a stricter diet. Can't have much salt, can't have the fast food. Last time we had donuts was on Easter, and where's the other batch of the 12? It's in the freezer. We can pull out the bag now, and
True story.
they got
Still
jelly
there.
beans on them. They're still in
Still
there.
there.
So the whole thing is I'm aware and I'm self-aware. Unlike this guy we're talking about today. Hey, Bookham and Panay, what's going on? I mean, it's like insane and everything. Yeah, they're still in there. I think I ate one that day on Easter because I said I didn't want to like make something sweet, but it was Easter. I didn't get an Easter. George got me some jelly beans. They're there, babe, at the top.
No, jelly beans and the
Yeah.
the tutu.
Yeah. See, we got like 12 of the little donuts. And are you going to eat a donut, babe? But yeah, we still got them from Easter, and it's the 18th. When was Easter? 10 days ago? 8 days ago?
So this is proof that it's Easter. This is the chick. I mean, I know it's a little bit mush. There's the chick one. That's an eye, and there's the nose, and there's the jelly beans one. So yes, these are Easter donuts.
You tease. Actually, I'm not going to. But they're like, listen, guys. I mean, we kind of, like I said, I know it's been at least, how long ago was Easter? Not last Sunday, it was a Sunday before, right?
Yeah,
so that means it's been, it wasn't this past, it was the one before. So they're old, and it was like, but anyways, you guys got my point. So anyways, for those that are just joining the live stream, we are talking about a couple. A guy came from the US. It was during the pandemic. He's a YouTuber. We opened this up. I joked around, screwing with the trolls and everybody that George left me, and I was going to get deported and all that. And then I went into the story. We had some audio issues because we didn't hit certain buttons. But the guy started a GoFundMe for his grandmother's gas to get to her funeral or something, to get gas. And we knew there was an issue then. He goes into telling his entire story, how he came from the United States to visit her. He went back and he was going to apply for Social Security. He took some sort of payment and came back because she asked him to, but he was sending her money all the time. And in sending this woman money every month, he bought a house. She's still married. He knew this. He stayed with her. He's with a married woman with kids. He's got kids. He plans to leave his kids, but he's going to live in his car to save money and pay for this house.
Yeah, but there's a loophole.
There's a loophole. I said, based on her looks, he'd be better screwing that loophole, right, than he would that hole, because that hole looked old to me. Oh, did I say that? How Bugs Bunny and this loophole got it on, right? So the guy came here on SSI, the low income absolute welfare side. When you earn your fucking Social Security, you guys are going on about your $4,000 a month, and you're like, oh, well, I paid in and I get the high amount and all that. What makes you think that my goddamn Social Security wasn't earned too? I'm just getting it early because I'm disabled. But mine is the paid. I've worked since I was 15. You goddamn know-it-alls that have been Googling and paying $40 to see what jobs Heidi has. Oh, she's only worked Uber her entire life. Yeah, go ahead and think that, motherfucker. How do you think I pay for my donuts, you dipshit? But anyways, you ain't no different than me because I'm on disability. It is not a handout. I've earned it. I just started getting it recently. And there's a good chance Social Security will be gone by then anyway, so I'm just getting mine now. But it's not what he's getting. We've told you, do not come here on welfare. You have to tell people that. It's the basic welfare one. You haven't earned enough credits, or he hasn't worked at all. Kids that are born with disabilities in a wheelchair are always given SSI. And when they're given SSI, they don't work, like the blind ones and all that. So that's the one that is given by the government, okay? And they usually get medical along with it and everything. But you can't leave the country. You have to live in the country and collect your check. But this guy knew it and didn't research it and left. He's lost his Social Security. He is behind by at least 3 years on immigration. He started a business and he's borrowed close to 10,000 US dollars from people. Who knows what? He's blamed everybody for everything. He opened a GoFundMe just to get to her. He opened a GoFundMe to fund him coming to the Philippines. And so it's like when you start out on that level of stupidity, did I say stupidity?
I don't care.
Did nobody ask you, Donut Boy? That's it. The guy absolutely. Here, let's see what you look like with these. You can wear mine. I'm gonna let you wear my bug zoomers there. I don't like the reflection. I can't keep my eyes. Oh, hey, look at that. I like the blue there, snazzy boy.
I look like it belongs in Coachella.
Yeah. How was Coachella, by the way?
Oh, it's great.
They said that part of those guys, they just impose their photos. Yeah, you can just Photoshop your photo in it. And a lot of them ran an entire thing.
Photoshop, you just ask AI to do it.
Right? Just ask, Jim. Yeah. It's like, it was weird. They were like, yeah, why even go? We can just, I'll tell you what, guys, we'll post our Coachella.
You can make a video out of it.
We'll get some Coachella photos of us at Coachella.
Yeah, but we were actually there.
Right? Oh, I thought you said you were on vacation somewhere. You went to Coachella?
I'm always on vacation.
All right, guys, I'll get you the Coachella video. You was out doing them hand jobs again, weren't you? Show me your hand job. Show me how you do your hand jobs. Modeling. So anyways.
What was that?
George,
Is that
George, I would
is that
find
your
that
princess
must-
goodbye?
You got little man hands. Let me see your little man hands. I'm like doll hands. Put them back up again. Show me your hand again when you just did that. Look how little they are.
No, they're not. They're bigger than
All right, on a
yours.
scale of 1 to 10, how little is George's hands? Put them up again. Oh, well. Now put it up to my face. Now don't touch my face. Up to my face.
Actual size.
Okay, let me see. Put your hands up.
What do you mean?
Let me see.
I have bigger hands than you.
No, don't be fair. I guess so. Look at that, guys. Yeah. I guess so. You know what that means, don't you?
Not really.
You do. What size shoe do you wear there, son?
10. No, I'm not joking. 10.
He bangs. He bangs. Ooh, doo. He's not a typical Asian. He
Well, that's still
bangs, he bangs.
small. Actually, most Americans I know wear 11 or 10.
It's because
on
you're,
average.
yeah.
But for my size, yes.
I don't think people want to
I'm-
hear
I'm
that
bigger
too
than
much.
normal.
What a TMI.
No. I'm just saying for my size.
Good
yes, that's
morning,
pretty big.
Angelo. We've been doing 8 because we were doing 9 because of the 1 hour difference, but now that we're on the same,
Well, it used to
We're-
be because of DST, daylight savings time, but not anymore. Because wait,
Cindy likes. Yeah, so now officially 8 o'clock, whatever it is, we're on the right time frame now.
right?
So
Yeah, we're back in sync.
it's always been 8, but we did it at 9
When does
to
it
meet
change
your
again?
8. I think we're at 8 and 8 now. So
When does it change?
I don't know. I get
I only
tired.
know the November 3.
We
It's
did
when it goes
play
back.
That kitty was loose, but yeah, I mean it's hold on. We got a request from DJ.
March 8th is when it goes back again. That's when it then yeah.
Hey, when's the last time George danced to I Bet That Kitty Was Loose? That was hilarious. That was funny when you were doing the exercise. We have to bring Rick back. We haven't done Ricky in a while. I was going to order George a blonde wig that looked like a punk rocker band where it's a mullet with the long hair in the back. Because you need a different do for Ricky and stuff. Oh, we got to wait for it. I can't go back. Can people still see us? Oh, no, they only see us
well,
in the
that's
corner.
that's what I was trying to say.
Hold on, guys. I'm uploading the song.
Oh, that's right. You have to wait for it. This is
No,
not
yeah,
like the
if
other
not-
system. Yeah.
I don't know how long. It may be too long. Hard to believe you got a fast internet, and
Fast internet. What's that?
I know. Shouldn't take this long. I know, Cindy, this is taking a while.
Well, it's already halfway. You might as well let it go through.
Yeah, we went this far. Some of you guys are singing. How about you sing us a song?
I can't sing. I told you that. Never.
Sorry, don't be late. I can hardly wait. I said to myself. Oh, reminiscing. You don't know that song?
No, I know it now. Now that you mentioned the hook.
Don't be late. I can hardly wait. I think they call it yacht rock or something, but I mean, I don't know. Okay, here we go.
I've been there in a while.
Do I wear you out? You must wonder why I'm relentless and all strung out.
George misses his Zumba class.
Chill or solitary. I'm like that all week. I like to reel it in and then spit it out. I bet that kitty was loose. I bet that kitty was loose. She had 6 kids to boot. Hot dog in a hallway loose. I bet that kitty was loose. Now are you my daddy? Are you my daddy? I like to reel it in and then spit it out.
used to
frustrated
Zumba
by
in the
your
US.
lack of trust, and I am frightened by the ways of this land. Why not let the whole family move in? If only I could
Oh,
meet
no, that's
the maker. And I am fascinated by the spiritual man, and what I wouldn't give to find a soulmate, someone else to catch this drift. I bet that kitty was loose. I bet that kitty was loose. She had 6 kids to
Yeah, this was
boot.
a song.
How
99% of the
long
song
it'll
was
wait.
created based
I
on the
bet that
sound and
kitty
the lyrics.
was
It is
loose. Now are
sung
you
by
like
the
daddy?
but
Are you like
decided
daddy?
to type
Are
it
you
over.
my daddy?
In other words, it's not auto.
Are you my daddy? Are you my daddy?
Like the cat on the end.
yeah. I forgot about the cats. Yeah, I forgot about the cats. Kitty was loose.
Uh,
This was during one of our
Hey.
Rafi Tufo segments. It was this
Oh my
girl
God.
that was we thought, or in our own opinion, allegedly, that she's a little loose, and therefore the kitty was loose.
Yeah. Do they have the clot declogger? Yeah, I can't use that. There are certain risks. I not only have congestive heart failure, but of course the coronary artery disease because of the blood thickening and other things. Now, see, until I'm actually ready for the procedure, this is where it became confusing. Is that the test itself is expensive. And when I go in, they put a dye in. I need to be ready to do stents if they can do them. I want to let you know, and it's been repeated, he's still talking about open heart surgery because they feel that it's so bad because the amount of blood and the stroke levels that I'm at, because the flow of the blood is that it may not even be a possibility. So not only will the test be expensive to prove how bad it is, I've got to, if they can do stents, no, they said they couldn't use that. All those other possibilities are off the table. As a matter of fact, I don't even think he wants to do the stents. And the reason being is with my lupus and this other situation, I'm on a blood thinner now, is that the lupus could cause the stents to be because of the steroids I'm on and other things. But the good news is on the new meds I'm on, the inflammation has come down and I'm in a form of remission. So in other words, I'm not getting any additional lupus issues. So like if the lupus is affecting all my joints and they've been hurting for a while, that part still continues to have problems, and it does. It just means it's not getting any worse, and I'm not always in a constant flare. So the hydrochloroquine and the meds they put me on, and my resting, and the new like being on a blood thinner, I guess something is helping something. So they're still hoping the stents will work, but when we go in to do that expensive test and they run a camera through to see how bad, decisions have to be made. And that's why we told people, I know it seems weird that we have to have money all at once, but we do. So now we're in a holding pattern to get enough for at least the stents or the full surgery. And just in the meantime, I get my medicines and anything else that, like we got the hospital bed, and we ended up getting some battery backups because we're actually we have a Tuesday tomorrow. We're supposed to have power down again. It's pre-scheduled. So, and with the things going on in the Middle East, we didn't want to go without. So we bought like battery packs. So, anyways, no,
All right,
it
wait,
won't
wait.
work.
Before you move on, a lot of people will misunderstand what you just said.
Oh,
To
yeah.
clarify what Heidi says, when Heidi said she's in a state of remission, she's talking about particularly her lupus, period, the end, lupus.
Right. I still have
only.
it. I still have lupus.
She still has
The doctor
lupus,
said
and
the
what's in remission is
rheumatologist-
her lupus only, the end, zip, zap, that's it.
Yeah, because
But
lupus
her condition,
causes.
in my opinion, from what I've seen, is actually getting worse because she takes
I'm
a lot
sleeping
more often than she normally does.
I don't last
And
more than 2-3
what I- what
hours
I-
in the
yes,
morning.
she has less
used to stay
energy.
up all day.
What I'm saying is, I know how people behave and react. They hear Heidi's in remission. Her lupus is in remission, but not her current heart is still in
Yeah,
terminal.
because people said there was a few people that said that if I just clean my diet up, that it'll
No, there is no
reverse the
such
heart.
thing. You cannot
I
fix.
even seen that
You cannot
on
fix a bad heart.
I seen that
A
on the
bad ticker is a bad ticker.
congestive heart failure group. Somebody came in the other day and they were like, "Oh, well, if you just do this and take this vitamin and garlic and eat nothing but vegetables, it'll clear your heart out."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No. I have one of my valves is going bad. My mom had open heart surgery. And so that'll just continue to get worse. So that has to be open heart surgery sooner or later. But right now I'm dealing with a total clogged artery, and it could be multiples, they said. It could be it just could be really nasty. They won't know until they snake the camera in. And we can't snake the camera in multiple times. I've got to be ready to have stuff done. We have to be ready
Yeah,
to
the
go
moment they do that, they might as well go
do
all
open
in.
yeah, and get, or even possibly, but what we did in advance is by taking the meds that I'm on, going to the specialist, me resting, getting the bed, the inflammation that could block the stents, in other words, it could clog it off, it could reject them, is I've got a better chance, probably by 80%, that it won't reject. So it improved my chances of holding it, so I don't have to have open heart surgery. But who knows? That's what I mean. It's an up and down, and sorry to disappoint family and trolls that I'm still alive. Still alive, motherfuckers. Aw, who you got there? Chong? That's Ching Chong. Too many goddamn Asians in this house. Oh, I mean, so sad, so sad. Love you.
She's purring.
It makes you bleed, no clotting. Right now, I'm thinking that the new blood thinner that they actually, we had asked something because I knew there was a procedure that and meds that they can do, and I don't think that was a possibility with the meds, the issues, the APS. So, yeah, it's an injection. Yeah, they tried to clear it out. Yeah. And yes, a lot of the advanced stuff, they have it, but they don't at the same time. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, sticky. Didn't go on.
Didn't go on.
Didn't go on. I'm never close to being a vegan vegetarian. I love my meat. Yeah, I don't think I can go back. I need a Krispy Kreme strawberry. I told George no more. I said, I mean, I shouldn't have been no more to begin with, but I was like, we did it on Easter, and then I only ate one of those small, and that was it. I haven't gone back since. Kamala, do not come, never, Kamala, never. 10, 10, 10. Hey, Richard, good morning, Heidi. Trolls are stupid. Yeah, we know that. We have fun with it, you know. People support you. Yeah. And you know what? I think our Philippine journey came on. It was really great. Shout out to him and Brian, Philly in the Philippines. And even Philly got some, he said, pushback from people. They were like, oh, well, what if you give to Antics and then they spend it on donuts and pizza? And he said it right. Whatever they're going to do with the money, that's on them. It's given to her for her medical. And it's like, if that's what I do, but that's not what's actually going on. It's like, we've been showing that things have been done and everything. And it's like, yeah, that would be on me not to use that money. And so, as I had mentioned, which didn't really scare people, but made them think differently, I was telling people that in the end, I will need a hospice care. I said, if anything else, if we can't form the 40,000 over the next couple months and I can't get the surgery, then then I will be paying, because they didn't think I would live more than a few weeks or a few days. It was day to day. It was touch and go. And I mean, I couldn't even hold myself up on the counter to even stir my coffee. What, a month ago?
Right.
It was really bad, guys. And it's kind of hard to explain.
Right.
So I'm pushing through, but it's the situation.
Right. And it's not, I'm not talking about us at this point. What I'm saying is, whenever somebody's in trouble or somebody is like, for example, here's the tuna casserole argument. Whenever somebody's loved one passed away, guess what? It's very traditional that Americans give tuna casserole to their neighbor who had somebody pass away.
Yeah.
Now, the argument is, do you honestly think that tuna casserole is going to rid of their heartache and their pain? No, of course not. It's just so that way they don't have to cook. What I'm saying is, whatever they do with that tuna casserole, that's up to them. Whether they eat it, they don't eat it, feed it to the dogs, give it to another neighbor.
Yeah,
The
you're
reality
doing
is,
is
you're doing it because you're trying to ease off a burden off of them, but you're not
off them and
really
yourself,
right.
because you like the
Yeah, you're
person,
not really healing
or
anything. You're not really taking away their pain because
yeah,
you're
I think you
not.
said that the last time.
It's just you're just trying to help them ease one stress off of them,
Yeah.
aka cooking for example their kids if they had kids,
Yeah,
that kind of deal.
yeah.
Yes.
Initially, when I talked about what I was telling people when that was said, I was like, that if I can have the surgery, because people were asking that, like if I can't, and the stents weren't going to work because the lupus was so bad, guys, it was really constricting everything. My lungs were shot, or everything. Like I could barely even breathe in the beginning, but when they started getting under control, it was better. I had my good and bad days, but yeah, I mean, I could be in hospice care next month. And so we knew there were some trolls out there and other channels that were saying things like somewhere along the lines of faking it and why aren't they dead if that's how bad things. And I was like, I didn't say I needed hospice tomorrow, although I was on a day-to-day thing. I'll get it. When you're at a hospice point, when you stop eating for days and medicine has to be given all the time, like pain meds, morphine, and all that. Could I have used that a month ago? Probably, but I'm not at that point that I can't even get out of bed. If I can still walk to go pee, I still feel I'm good. And why would I? I mean, at this point, I'm still trying to save for the surgery, so we're not going to bring a nurse in. But it is day to day. Anybody with congestive heart failure that needs heart replacement and they go through all these issues, guys, it's they're sick enough to be that sick. But somebody did mention us getting some sort of nurse and somebody in here so you could go out and do more. And I said, well, George has his days he goes out. He's here most of the time, but we're handling it in our own way. And when we see a story like this guy that just risked everything, married woman, the guy will probably never be able to apply
Still
for Social
married
Security.
woman.
Right.
Okay,
And
now
his Social Security, he'll never be able to apply for that again. He gets back there and they find out that he owes them all that money. The guy just messed his whole life up and now he can't even get out of the
right.
country. When I see things like that, I'm like, dang, mess up your life on top of messing up your life. And I start thinking about how he GoFunded the funeral. And then, you know what? That fat whatever making that comment, they ain't wrong for saying, hey, you GoFunded something. No, a lot of people do. But again, I'm dying, and this guy GoFunded gas money. Okay, maybe it was important, but you GoFunded and ran this on every part of your channel and social media to come see your girlfriend and live with her. And
Yeah.
then you had no plans, no ideal, and gave her all your money. And I'm like, man, this guy just lost his mind.
Now
Oh, thank you, Pine Eddie. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Oh, speaking of which, it reminds me
now
to put up the
let,
captions.
let me clarify a few things, and this is very important. This is actually part of the main topic. Okay, see the Social Security that he should U.S. because he would lose his Social Security, and he did. But
Yeah.
the
And he
other
owes
issue is,
money.
like I
Oh
just
my
said,
God.
that he left the U.S. for this woman who's still married. Now, here's the issue I have. Not once did he mention that the wording is she's still married, but he's not with him for a couple years.
Oh, and don't forget about the brother she let move on to the property, help him while he was in the
Well,
hospital,
that's
and they bailed him out of jail.
right. So let's move first with the legal separation thing or lack thereof.
And just saying on the side note, I think it's 50-50 that
Okay.
was her husband.
Okay. Well, I don't think it is. Now, the thing is she's still married. Okay. There is no divorce as of now. Divorce still has not been passed in the Philippines. So forget that. They're still married. And then for those of you like, well, she could be legal separate. Yes. And that's my issue. Not once has he mentioned or she mentioned that she's legally separated. Now, legal separation is not the same as still married because here's the key difference. When you're married and not with somebody, not with your husband or wife, You're still married. You're just living in separate residences. A legal separation, again, is legal separation in the Philippines is a court approved process under the family code that allows married couple to live apart. There is an actual documentation piece of legal paper that you are married. However, you are not legally obligated to each other anymore.
So let's hope he
Big
had that.
key, I doubt it.
Right.
Big key difference. The reason why I say odds are he didn't, because he never mentioned it, because guess what? That is a big difference. There is no loophole. There is no loophole. Now, legal separation, what that means is, for example, if, for example, that her husband decides to file suit for adultery, he can't, because they're not legally separated. They're legally, by law, seen in the eyes of the law as a couple, aka the actual wife and actual husband. That's what I'm getting at. So therefore, the husband can file adultery against him, against her and him, and both can be put into prison. No, these are legal things. These are black and white. These are things you can't, these are immutable. These are law in the Philippines. Legal separated and still married are two different things. And as far as we know, as far as I know, they are still married because, again, if they are legally separated, guess what? He would have said, whoa, don't worry. They're legally separated. Not some, oh, I found a loophole. No, there's no loophole. There is no loophole. Right. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no loophole. Going up the butt is not a loophole, bro. Just saying.
Ronald says, what we do with our money is our business. Don't worry about it, trolls. Right. And thank you, Ronald, for sending the support through PayPal. You guys, that's been like a blessing. It really has. Once we get X amount, it rolls into an account. We were just talking the other day that it is extensively slowed down, but we get where we get something like once or twice a week or something comes in, and then we just transfer it into the account. So we mentioned the other day, it really hasn't, with what we've been spending. I think currently we're somewhere around 4,000. We're frozen.
We are?
Yeah, see? We just frozen on one. Let's see if we freeze up, guys.
Oh, that's still moving.
Yeah, but it's behind.
Oh.
No, it is frozen.
Oh, it's the internet then.
I don't know if we can go in and out.
No, I wouldn't. It's the internet.
Can you guys hear us? No, we can't. We are able to go out and back in, aren't we, on this?
Oh, I don't know. Try it.
I'm going to try, guys. All right, guys. Let me bring the camera in.
Okay.
All right, guys. Sorry about that.
So it's the camera.
It is. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's just been one problem after the other. Yeah, and we don't even have. Well, no, it's not the camera. It was the internet or the streaming app, which is through their server. So who knows which is. And it is Saturday in the Philippines. There are a lot of people that are actually online. But yeah, we were thanking Ronald for the support and
Thank you so
everything. I
much,
forgot what
Ronald.
else
Appreciate
we
your
were.
support.
So anyways, I was just saying that we currently have like 4,000 US. That money has stayed consistent. So the only thing we did different is we bought the battery packs, the bed, out of the money. I think we initially got closer. I think that's about what the site is showing is about 4,000. We've had other money come in, but we bought the bed, which was a couple hundred, a walker, because my legs have been I've fallen a couple times this month, and then we did the actual batteries as a backup for the oxygen, and we do lose power. If anybody's here in the Philippines, they know. So, but anyway, so hell yeah, man, we got myself a GoFundMe. I'm gonna GoFundMe a cat house, babe.
Right? True story.
That's what George says he'll do. Don't worry, guys. Your money will go to a good place. Donuts and pussy when I'm gone. Right, babe? No?
I'm gonna go find me see my grandma.
A GoFundMe for your grandma. We're talking about the cats, guys. He's going to take good care of the cats.
That's horrible, though. I mean, no. I mean, what I'm saying is, it's really a sad state that I'm not picking
It
at
is.
him, but what
No,
I'm saying is
something's
for you to
mentally
create.
broken.
Well, I want to say that. What I'm saying is, you're in a real bad shape in order to go see your grandma's
And you have
funeral.
to
That you
ask
have
for
to
gas or
you have to
GoFundMe.
resort to that. I mean, it's bad enough to borrow money from your relatives to go see your grandma, and it's another level to go get a
For her funeral, that
GoFundMe.
he
And I'm not
had.
talking about the. What I'm saying is that means you're in real dire straits if for you to do that. That's what I'm getting
See,
at.
you keep saying that, and
It's really
I'm gonna.
sad.
But no, it's sad
That's
that
what I'm saying.
George. You keep saying that, and I disagree. It's bad, but what was worse is he GoFunded his ass trying to get to the Philippines to get to her.
I
He had
know
sent
that,
her
but what I'm
monthly money.
saying
He
is-
sent her monthly money, and then his ass turned
what I'm
around
saying
and was
is,
building a house, and
I-
he's asking people
I
for
get
money to
that,
get to
but,
the Philippines
babe,
to live
what
in
I'm
the
saying
house
is in the U.S.
that he gave away.
Forget the Philippines. That's what I'm getting at. In the U.S., for you to go see your dead grandma.
What's your point?
My point is, forget the Philippines. Forget the Philippines. For you to see your dead grandma.
Yeah, he shouldn't
To
have
see him-
left to begin with.
Right. It's what I'm
I
saying.
already
It's
said that.
really sad to go that far to do a GoFundMe to see your dead grandma, much less even go any further than that.
Right. And then I'm going one step forward to say that's ridiculous that he sent her money for a while, paid for a house, and then asked people to fucking finance for him to go get pussy.
And then, married
pussy.
pussy.
And
Married
then he
pussy.
came here and borrowed from everybody. He hasn't paid it back. He's behind on immigration. So my point is, yeah, I guess I no longer feel sad about gas money for his Grammy's
at
funeral.
least Elliot went in with everything ready. What I'm saying is, she was single, allegedly. You get my picture.
She wasn't single. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Elliot Eastman, she was not. As soon as he was gone and all this happened, they're already back together. That ain't even a rumor mill anymore.
I said allegedly.
Yeah, okay, allegedly. So, and there was other shit going on, inappropriate touching, hugging, and other shit that went down. Hey, what's going on, Richard? Hey, vlogging life, what's going on? Hi. Hey, everyone. Heidi, I wish you well and good vibes. Hope you're doing well. I know. Sit down somewhere, second wind. Tell him, go sit down somewhere. I'd be more worried about that your life is so boring you have nothing better to do. Watch channels you obviously don't like, right? Yeah, because it is weird how people are fascinated in love and everything else. I really think they're just closet lovers. And see, what I'm saying is there's evidently some like when we were talking about people, and it's not that we disliked them, we just covered their stories because of things like this we're covering. Yeah, I throw a little shade and shit and have a little fun. But we like Mark Thornton's channel. We love Old Dog's channel. We love all the channels we've been watching. Now, there are a few of them that we think are a little dingy out there and shit, but we still watch them. But it's like, well, if you don't like it, then don't watch. Well, we were evidently watching for multiple reasons. For the most part, it's entertainment. And that's what YouTube is. They got to admit they're entertained somehow, some way by our channel. You
It's
got a freaky big American woman getting her freak on with this little brown Asian here that wears different glasses. We wear wigs. We entertain. We do just about whatever. And there's just got to be a fascination. And we said from the beginning, this channel should have been gold from the beginning. You got a loudmouth American that's been doing live streams for over 5 years. What other loudmouth American is here, talking shit, giving advice, showing her live, crying on air, telling people she's dying? I mean, it don't get any more entertaining than that. The only thing more entertaining is when I die in the next few days and George sets me up like Weekend at Bernie's and shit. He promised he'd do that. Run one more live stream, babe. What? Run one more live stream. Read it out loud, babe.
No, right there. Go put it up. That's right there.
Hold on.
It's just slightly a little lower.
Oh, hold on. Ronald put something in there. Hold on. Where down am I? Tell me the time frame. It will give me a time. Oh, start. Yeah, there it is. Start a GoFundMe for a dildo. I bet they would donate right? It's like, I got to get some cherry pie whipped cream and I got to get my ding dong doo doo on and a wooden stick or something. It's like, ooh, you know what I mean?
True story.
It'd be like, welcome to Philippine Antics, and we're going to show you how to live the best life and get the cheapest alcohol and get free popcorn and pussy. And you guys be like, boom, bam, boom. And it's like, when this first happened, I did a lot of crying with our Philippine journey. It's like, George, I don't think I can go on asking people for money. And then like now I'll sit there and talk about it and shit. It's like, yeah, because I'm actually dying and shit. And people are like, some of the trolls are like, oh, you just saying that because you ain't pretty like them. And it's only because you're sick and all that. And people ain't giving you money because you're a loser. And I'm like, fuck that. They either give it or they don't. And it's like, are you not entertained? You know what I mean? And it's like people either do it or not. They want to throw $1,000 to a dumbass person that's vlogging that went to Coachella. Then people finance some of those people, and I'm like, wow. And then you got a dying woman, and they don't. And it's like, oh well, Heidi's bitching. It's like, hey, people either do it or they don't. So that's where I'm at on there. But why not? If we told them that's what's going on, hey, hi, dirty face. Hey, hi, dirty face. Hi. Oh, you holding the mic? Oh, you purring? Okay, hi. She's got a little crust on her eyes. Like I said, there's something going on. Oh, she's doing the puffy thing at the mic, George.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean, why are you biting?
That's her language of love.
Language of love. Take your.
Yeah.
Hold on. So, yeah, if we did that, my grandma. Hold on a second. My grandma died 50 plus years ago. I need to GoFundMe to go see her, right?
There you go.
Hey, what's going on, Laura? Hey, Laura. Hey, Mom. But worry about people who donate for health emergencies. Yeah, like I said, when I seen this, that's the first thing I said. I'm sure we'll have somebody come in that'll say something. I said, I wish somebody would. And then, of course, we did. And it's like, and I'm sure somebody will cover this and say, oh, my God, it's, them they're talking about and shit. And then I'm like, yeah, this guy's got like a 10-point bulletin, man. I mean, like anything that could go. I mean, what has been left out? What thing did he, I guess, except for homeless? And he could be homeless soon. There's a good chance that woman's not going to hold on to him forever.
No.
He has zero money coming in. And I don't know, guys. I mean, how good is that stick she's riding? I mean,
they're in this area, just so you guys know.
What are they, within an hour?
Yeah, so they're in this area, so all I'm saying is,
oh, hey, thank you. I'm down for that fun day. Hola from Florida. We could call it Duncan Go Nut JK. Respect the grind. I appreciate it, guys. Really do. Really, really do. Thank you. Laura sang her highs and she's in there listening, and say hello to the hubby for you. I don't know. Maybe we should just open up a GoFundMe for George too, What would you call your GoFundMe if you could just go in like other people? I mean, you'd be surprised. People are like financing braces or not financing braces, but they're actually asking for everything through GoFundMe now.
All right.
And it's like, I mean, hey, I guess if people want to give to the cause, I guess you can call it your Donuts, Pussy, and Brace Fund because you
Now,
want to take the braces off the girls.
well, I need a GoFundMe so that way I can actually get a job down at Walking Street. I need a penile implant.
That's a real medical emergency, son.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's serious.
Don't waste your money on that. Your wood is just fine. But let me give you an idea what you should spend your money on. I thought you said you were going to taxidermy me, and that's going to cost.
That's a true story. That way, Heidi will always be in our lives, literally.
George is going to have me stuffed like a teddy. You ought to call somebody or
All
go somewhere and ask George. I've been trying to get him to go to the actual funeral place and tell him how big I am and how tall I am because we already told him through Messenger and shit, right? So we're supposed to go see him, right? And that's a little scary for me right now. Might be a little scary for George, but you ought to ask him and go on your own and take the camera with you and ask him will they taxidermy me instead or if he knows somebody.
Right.
What do you think he'd say? You think he'd think he was joking?
Probably. Speaking of taxidermy, remember that video where I posted that they
For
taxidermy
Fanzone.
the fishes in your pets, that dog? Remember on the side of the road, there's this big giant billboard?
Yeah.
They took that down. I was so sad they took down that taxidermy sign with that stuffed dog.
Now
and
there are,
stuffed
there are
chicken
places, of
and
course,
that
that there's. I think the weirdest thing I ever seen, and I think it was going too far, was the woman on TikTok that had her husband's tattoos skinned off his body, and they are in a frame. Her kids look at them all the time, young kids and older kids. Do you think that's too far to skin off tattoos to be reminded of your husband's tattoos and skin? She literally had layers of his skin with his tattoos, and she's got them in a frame over her mantle. We're not talking about like in a book to look at every now and then and get your rocks off. No, they're on display for everybody to see. Is that too much or too far? Or is what's worse, doing that or having me taxidermied?
That's a little much.
What about the whole taxidermy thing, like the Twilight Zone? Was it the Twilight Zone where the woman had her husband? Was it the Twilight or was it that other show?
What do you mean? In real life, they did it. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, there's that one guy that did that to the girl and stuff. He kept her in the house for like 40 years or something. He kept stuffing flowers in her like a mummy almost. He kept her around all those years. That's a real story.
That's different. I'm talking about the one in Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about
Which
that.
still technically a colony of America, but anyway.
Now, there was a Twilight Zone where that's what the guy did, and then the wife did it
that's
to him.
That's the story. I'm talking about the real life thing. It was in Puerto Rico, but anyway.
Hey, Linda, see what's going on. To get my stents, it varies. If it's just one, it's a certain amount. Do we remember where that amount is? At least 30,000 US.
US.
Give her, and that's probably. He said that anywhere between the stents and going right into an open heart surgery. Because let's say we do snake that up in there, they may say, "Hey, you're not going to live another 3 days. We've got to prep for the surgery." He said it'd be like that. He wants to do the open heart surgery. So if we're talking about that, that's 6-7 million pesos. It's 20,000. So that could be up to 120,000 US, right? If it's 6 times 20, because it's 20 per million. So yeah, up to 120,000. So we can't really enter the hospital. I think we initially said 30 to 40, and our Philippine journey, when he went in, said that the 40 might be on the mark. And so it depends on how many stents and if they need to go in. If anything, that amount is a down payment, but then we're going to owe, and we don't know how we would even, come up with the remaining amount. So that's why we started the specialist. So give or take somewhere between 30 and 40. And so until we get more closer to a 2030 amount, then we can't get an up to date, and the prices are rising. So 30 to 40,000 US, which is a fraction of what it would cost in the US. They said it could be 1 to multiple stents, and it goes up. So I know the test to snake the camera is 2,000 to 3,000 alone. So and we can't keep running dye through me because it's bad. They don't want to do that multiple times, so it's got to be a one shot thing. As soon as it's lit up and they can see, they want to drop stents. So we can't even, but we're doing everything up to this point. All the meds they're asking, monthly visits, staying risen in the bed, getting rest, not overdoing it, not out in the heat. Pretty much been homebound for the last 2 months. Like I only go out for like the bank, so or the appointment, so we don't hang out. I don't hang out nowhere with George. See more donations. Laugh my ass off. It worked having the vibrator, right? And the vibrate against you in the oxygen tank, right? Yeah, I honed in on the what's it called? People are like, oh, she's just sitting there on just using this is connected to nothing, and George's like, you can hear that shit during the live. It's like, that's the cats over there blowing George. Is that your girlfriend blowing on you?
Yes.
Right. He would like to see you do a fans only. You could raise money, a GoFundMe to get that going so we can get you some costumes. I know somebody said you should do that, that you ain't helping the cause, that you really should get on a GoFund or a fans only to raise money. Except for what's wrong with that picture, babe, when people told you to do it? What's wrong with that here in the Philippines and you as a Filipino?
What's that? Which one?
Doing a fans only to raise money for me.
You're not allowed to.
Not allowed to. Yeah, somebody actually, and believe me, I'm like, they'll call it Sucky George Sucks or something, but you can't. Filipinos cannot appear in any of this online simping, which I'm really surprised they get away with these bikini YouTube channels that are where the funds are being thrown in, where they're walking around on the beach and doing all their tata stuff and half naked in the showers. I don't know how they do, but it is illegal. They're not to run. You can't be signed up for any of the sex sites, none of those. So unfortunately, the easy way out we can't do because he's in the Philippines, and using a VPN is not going to help.
Oh no, none of that will work.
Yeah. Dummies be saying, "Oh my God, she's sliding it around." Listen to that moaning, right? Not realizing it's a fake moan, right?
Right. Oh, you're so big. You're so huge.
I want mine at the jump zone, right? It's like, there we go. Yeah, you could get one of those things and you could just throw me up on there like Weekend at Bernie and shit. You could just
Right.
can have a. I seen this funeral the other day that was lit, and I meant to forward it to you, and I was like, oh hell, that's the way I want mine. So basically, there was a bunch of girls that were bumping and grinding on the coffin, and they had the music going and everybody was breaking it down and dancing, and it was the craziest thing. I mean, they were celebrating like all get out, but she was I can't even explain. They were up on the top of his coffin and everything, and it's like, you might as well have fun at your funeral, man. Not yours, George, not yours. Don't even smile. George, look at George, still thinking about it. I like that raccoon picture that I sent the other day. I like the tattoo art on the wall more than on a person. Yeah, but it's her actual husband's body skin. I mean, I can't imagine having them carve it. She had a lot of controversy, but honestly, I think she did that for the controversy and the attention afterwards. She was so lonely because her husband was gone. If George acts like a freak afterwards and sleeps with a bunch of prostitutes and have him sitting here on the couch and he's drinking on air and eating donuts, just let him have his fun. You know, he's just going through a hard time. But you ain't taking the one tattoo on my body and posting it behind.
Right.
That would just be weird. She's just going through something. I love the Twilight, the classics, 100%. My dad got stents, and it really worked out well until now. That's just it. They said they could last a long time, and it could be the answer to not the full open heart surgery. The reason we got into talking is that, like I said, it could be way worse when he gets in there. And it is not a good long-term solution with lupus. It won't always stay in remission. So once I might pop out of remission for some reason, stop taking my meds because they made me sick or they're just not working anymore, then the stents could have a problem. So I think with my comorbidities, which of course I'm overweight. I have lupus. I have, breathing issues now because of the bad heart. They're afraid to do the surgery. So it's kind of like they don't want to really deal with the stents. He'd rather just go in and do the surgery. But what did he say about me surviving the surgery? They don't think that's a good chance anyways. So that's why the other specialists were like, okay, like the breathing doctor, he said that's what he was saying about surviving the surgery and stuff. He's like, the stents probably would be your best bet. It's non-invasive because they think once they open me up, it's infection and breathing issue. It's not pretty, guys. It is a rough road coming back from that. I'll be 55 this year. I'm tired. I've been sick for a while. And it is true. For every day that goes by, I don't get the stents and correct this, the tissue, whatever, the muscle dies, starts to die slowly. Right now, I don't have any muscle damage, but they did say the longer I wait. So that's not a push to get money. It just means that for me making a stupid mistake of not working harder and having more money to bring to the Philippines, or doing something where I thought I could make it back, me being stupid is my responsibility. And so now I suffer one way or the other. So honestly, I just live a good life every day. I threaten a lot of people because I ain't got nothing to lose. How many times a day do I threaten you from that bed?
About 30 times a day.
And those goddamn cats. Get off of me. George over there kissing on me. I'm like, get off of me. I start to fall asleep somewhere between the cat snuggling and George. I'm like, what are you doing? He says, I'm checking to see if you're cold. I'm like, thanks, George.
Right.
Hey, Heidi, how tall are you? How tall were you at 9 years old? I've been tall for a while. So at 11, it was over 5 foot something. I've pretty much been at my 5'11" since about 12. I've just always been tall. I didn't get much taller. And I've always had the body of an adult since about 12. But I was always a skinny kid, skinny young adult. It was pretty much 18 and on when I had kids is where I doubled my weight. I doubled it when I got pregnant. I just ate. Now, I'm gonna be honest, it was a lot of cereal and toast and pineapple juice, and I probably drank 3 cans of pineapple juice a day, easy. That was some. I didn't realize how much sugar was in there. I just kept eating and eating, and it felt like I was like I had a tapeworm or something. And I had a little 6 pound baby. That was it. It was like what? And I would lose weight, gain weight, had a kid after that, and gained the weight right back where I was. Lost a bunch of weight, kept it off over the years, and during the last year or two, just the weight came on. But it's mostly water retention. And of course, but anyways, I digress here. But I've been tall for quite some time. Some of the people show toes. Yeah, and people pay, right? No, we can't do any of that. I also want Pootie Tang to be right. Pootie Tang. That's a good movie. That's yeah. He could host, yeah. Maybe we could hire him to roast George or something. I wonder if Heidi took the blue pill, if it would make the blood pump better. Actually, it is a real med. It is on a list that they discussed. And honestly, it's extensively expensive here to get the real deal. So I'm on enough pills. I told George, they did discuss several other ones. The other one they wanted me on was more of a suggestion. He's aware I'm not on it, but that is also about 200 a month. And I'm like, no, we're already up to a couple hundred. I just cannot afford. And it's not going. And I asked him, I said, is it going to make that much more of a difference? He said, no, you need to stay on the statin. You need to stay on the blood pressure one. You need the ones you're on are helping. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not adding this extra. And that was mentioned, is taking the Viagra that was listed.
The thing is, it's not the right med for her, first off. But as far as cost goes, depending on the brand, on the lower end brand, you can
Thanks,
pay
Laura.
up to an average of like $3. The average cost is $3 for a real one. It's called Sildenafil. For those who are not aware, and Sildenafil was developed in order to cure heart disease. Well, not cure, but to be a relief for heart disease, and the side effect is, boing. But
mean,
yeah, no,
you mean
that's
You mean I get a boner?
Yeah, Heidi has a bigger one than I do, but you guys get the
That
picture.
was a given. That was a given. I seen what you did about a week or two ago when you tried to cut my cord. I tried to make a short out of that and turn you in.
Did you make a short?
No, something happened. I couldn't make a short. It was weird. I tried to make a short where you were trying to cut my oxygen cord when I was playing with the cat or something, but something happened. Remember, I told you that's the one where I tried to forward it and it started being made, and I couldn't make it. Something happened. It did that weird. It did something weird. You're lucky.
ADHD happened.
Sure, it did. Yeah, Twilight Zone. I think the guy's name was George. Yeah. Let's go. Who will match my donation? Appreciate it, Ronald. Yeah, they can do the stickers people have been asking. And like in the description, we've got different ways like buy me a coffee. And then we have, I put the link to, where was that at? Where was the thing in there? And then the direct scan, I believe, is directly through PayPal. Where was that at then? Where's the link that I put in earlier?
I have no clue.
With me. You should know where I added the. I don't see it.
No, I never saw a link.
Huh.
I never saw a link.
I wonder if it held it right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I don't know why it didn't show up. It'd have been at 9:30, unless. Oh, maybe.
I probably. Is that it? Is that it?
Where?
No, that one. That's a link.
Right here.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't see it.
Well, because you're not. That's not what I'm trying to pin it. Don't you know how to pin it?
I thought you just did.
No, you don't pin it there, silly. You're fired, George. That's why you fired.
That's why it's not pinning, right?
I can't do it because I'm doing it from a side thing. So never mind. I'll pin it later. So, but yeah, what a crazy story today.
Yeah, Pianity says I think the guy's name is George. Actually, George is a very common name in a lot of these shows.
What was a common name around here that you keep mentioning? There's a lot of them.
Jomar.
Jomar. It's ready for a nap and the meds to kick in. The link was in.
I bought dirty ice cream yesterday, and I told Heidi, "You want some dirty ice cream? It could be your last dirty ice cream ever."
Thank you, Ron. I was like, "What the hell? That's my line." He said, "Because I do it to him all the time, guys. I mess with him. I like, dude."
And here's the funny part.
I would say, yeah.
Guess what flavor they had that day? What flavor did they have that day?
Cookies and cream.
Which they never usually do.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite. And they made it with coconut milk, which is my favorite.
Yeah,
it seemed to be made with.
It was weird. It was just weird. They had cheese. Don't diss the cheese ice cream, guys. Try it. Trust me, you'll like it. But no, they had the cheese and they had cookies and cream yesterday. So.
And how much was the ice cream cone with that scoop on there? That was
25 pesos.
Yeah, it's not bad. So in other words,
it's
40 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was $1 for 2 ice cream cones. It was real cone and real ice cream, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, candy. Big candy cone. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
Sugar
Ronald.
cone.
Appreciate it.
It was really good.
So how would you classify this guy that did all this? You think he'll get out of here or end up homeless? You think he'll get deported, end up homeless?
No, he's not going to get deported. He'll be homeless.
End up in the backyard.
He'll be begging. He's already begging to be deported.
Right, true story. True story. You know, the truth is, Ronald, more than likely the funds will end up in George throwing one hell of a funeral party. It's kind of
actually, no. To clarify, if Heidi doesn't get, obviously,
the cremation evidently would
no, you're getting too far.
Oh.
What it is, it's if we don't
too much coffee.
This is the reality, and I'm not sugarcoating things. The reality is, if we don't get enough money to get the operation, it'll end up to be in hospice.
Well, that's what we said, yeah. And reality, guys, is we do not expect to collect. I mean, it's been how long now we've been doing this since February?
Yeah.
The reality is we know 30, 40, or 50 is a high amount. And we did have one person that sent funds directly to our actual heart doctor that'll use it for certain things. So that was help, but they did it direct. So we didn't touch those funds. Like it's not, you're not going to see it added, but it'll cover like the appointments, or it can be put towards the surgeon, part of the surgeon fees. Because more than likely, I'm going to have one or two specialists there. What? Hi, Cookie.
Yeah, and the money
So that was
again,
nice. That was nice.
It all goes to Heidi's medical.
Yeah. So
regardless.
this will pay for blood work. So yeah, it's one way or the other up to the point, And I told George, I said maybe I'll live another couple years and have these funds that have come in for it to help. So, but yeah, that's the monkey, your monkey candy.
That's your monkey.
I know it's still in there. George bought the monkey candy, so it's always it's in twice now. Sarah, yeah, it's your initials there. Love you, kid. Are you sleeping well? Here's the thing. I sleep in cat naps or I sleep for a few hours at a time. George totally cleaned the house the other day. I was out like a light. Woke up and he went out to go get something. I didn't even know he had left, but he had done some stuff around the house. But the
well, Heidi was up 2 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, what happened?
The cats unplugged the freezer, which means we have to cook everything in the freezer.
So thank God I didn't have anything. So remember I told you the fear of if something happened with the deep freezer and a power outage. So some weird reason I go to the bathroom between 2 and 3 or somewhere along that, and I don't sleep more than 3 or 4 hours at a time. That's the longest I get by, is about 3-4 hours at a time. Went by and happened to look down. The light only kicks on when it kicks in. But something told me literally, yeah, I put my hand on it. It was warm because I realized yesterday they said there's a power outage up and coming. So something just kicked. It was just weird. So there was fish in there and like a 15 and chicken and a $15 bag of mixed vegetables. It's like the big carrots, the green beans. It's got all the vegetables in it. And I buy that frozen because stuff here doesn't have coatings. Like your vegetables, your carrots will go bad in 1 or 2 days. Really quick. So I buy the frozen, and that was a brand new bag. So here's the thing. That must have kept the food. It'd probably been out for a couple hours. So the vegetables were thawed, the meat and the chicken was, but the ice around the vegetables, George had to dump the water out. But they were still cold. They didn't cross-contaminate, so they were still cold. So I drained the water because the chicken was frozen, and I put it in the fridge. But yeah, that kept us up for like a half hour, and I was tired, fell back asleep for a couple more hours, and then we got up and did this. But yeah, lucky we just checked it and stuff. But yeah, we had bought a teeny tiny
Heidi
deep freezer.
checked it. I didn't check it. I was asleep.
Well, just thank God it wasn't where we had,
and then Heidi was like, George, the freezer's off.
And I said the water came off the vegetables that's in the bottom. We're probably lucky it didn't leak or electrocute or something, because there was like this much water in there, and I was like freaking out. So yeah, it was kind of wild. So another wild story, and wild but not. But I've had that fear. We've had that deep freezer. Here in the Philippines, that deep freezer we've been here for 3-4 years in this place. We bought it about 3-4 years ago. Would we pay $100 for that?
Yeah, well worth it. Yeah.
Right. So in the United States, this same size costs what, $600? You would say these run about $600 when you get them at Walmart or whatever. It's one of the miniature ones, but it's holds X amount. So we were just like, okay, we can put ice in there, or we could put extra meat because we have a smaller refrigerator. So. Oh, hey, Victoria. Hey, Sarah. Thank you. I'm jabbering on and didn't see the super chat. Oh, thank you
Thanks so
so
much,
much,
Sarah.
Sarah. Thank
We
you,
appreciate so much.
sweetie. Thank you, thank you. And Victoria is in the house
Thanks
too.
so much, Victoria. Appreciate it. Love, yes.
Let's see, one second. I'm going through here. Wonder why those fade out. Look how those fade out now. When they go further up, it's like, yeah, Ronald, how are you sending that? He's been doing it. He does it quite often through PayPal. And so people do it directly through PayPal or through the actual, like I said, the link that's in here. The one up in the corner is direct PayPal. The one inside, the what's it called, shows my story and what I'm going through. And there have been some updates, but I haven't done one. I've been talking about them on air. And it just lets you guys know what's been really going on and like numbers and stuff. Ronald says, I don't think so. God works in miracles. Yeah, it's a miracle that I'm still here because the stroke level is at 10 or 11. I don't have the numbers in front of me and it should be over 70. So, in other words, it just means that there's little to no blood going through my heart. And I can't figure out why I have little to no blood pressure in the morning, but by the evening, it's at 140, 150, even on medicine. Doctor said, that by the end of the day, the water builds up, you have salt and food in your system, the heart works harder, and it's causing your blood pressure to rise, which isn't a good sign either. But I used to just have low blood pressure all day. Remember, it's like 110, 120, but it's not scary compared to some others. They're down to 60. So yeah, there's a lot of miracles going on. It's another walking miracle here. We don't get funds back. No, George is going to spend those funds if something happened, right, babe?
Well,
if you guys ask, I'm sure he will, of course. Victoria saying hi to everybody. Hey to Victoria, Vicky. I called her Vicky. Ronald, thank you. No, Sarah has done a lot. Sarah, Victoria, we've had a lot of people that have
Ronald.
crying wrong. I mean, it causes me, it's tears of joy. And the sad fact is George's family has been spectacular. And it is, like I said, it's been perfect strangers and family that's been helping out. And it's a blessing. It really is. George's family has been so much help, really has. They need to take you and take you on a vacation there, babe. Let's see, Ronald. Ronald, I just poked the money sign. Oh yeah, talking about the sticker at the bottom. Thank you, Victoria. And it tells the trolls where to go. It, like I said, it's weird. The few trolls that are still dangling in there is like, oh, they're e-begging and this and that. It looks like they ain't getting no money, and it's because of this and that. And it's like, well, we always say people either will or they won't, but it definitely shows them. But what I think is weird is like some of the others. It's like the same people talking shit in their live streams, the hillbilly craps. They go in there and they talk shit, and then they'll give him a $20 sticker. The few that talk shit and stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me get this right. This is a totally insane nutbag that's doing this, and that. And hey, I'm insane too. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, and then you guys will give him a $20 sticker and then call me something about begging, and the guy's begging the whole time. Oh, buy me a beer and do this, and I'm like, it's just weird. But that's the way the YouTube world works, and that's the way on wood life works and all that. Well, let's Heidi, keep doing good, praying for you. It's nap time, isn't it? Yeah, back to bed. After this, that's where I'm going. Is that your Tahol at 10 o'clock? Don't buy Tahol at 10 o'clock. That stuff's been walking around the streets since 6 a.m. I'm going to give you some real good advice. How old do you think that stuff is?
Not that guy, anyway.
Well, go buy some, dude.
I ain't gonna buy from Kuya Noel. No.
Oh, so you want to throw him under the bus and give his name so nobody's going to buy?
Well, there's a lot of Noels, but what I'm
way.
saying is I know the guy, and
right. Right. Aw, Cookie. We have one cat that hides. She's, what do you call that? Is it an introvert or extrovert? What do they call the ones that hide all the time?
Introverts.
Okay, so yeah, she hides most of the time in her little kitty cage and sleeps most of the day. and she comes out. She just came out. Everybody's saying their highs.
Yeah. Better than that Toho
I
guy
know.
that like spilled all his product on the floor,
God,
on the
wasn't that
ground.
scary?
That's really sad.
Yeah, some guy spilled his entire bucket. He's like, I'm playing. I don't want anything back. We can just let that be George's pizza. He's going to need tuna casserole funds. I'm preparing him now. Every now and then I pretend I have a heart attack just to get him going.
Oh, no, she's not. But Jesus Christ, that's horrible.
I did play around at the hospital. I was like, I'm going to have a heart attack here. It's all of us, same as the big mouth trolls give something right.
Right.
Or the people who just rebroadcast other people's lives, right? All right, guys, we appreciate everybody chiming in. I'm hurting, so officially my back, my booty, gotta go to the bathroom. Water pills kicking in. You got the gist, and it's nap time for me. Actually, it is. I've actually been up for 5 hours. I'm surprised I'm up this long.
Yeah, we have some defrosted chicken waiting for us for lunch. Courtesy of the cats unplugging the freezer.
You still gotta cook that fish. You're gonna give the fish to the cats?
Yeah, that's another thing. We have thought out fish courtesy of the cats.
No, I threw that in the pot with the chicken.
No, you didn't. That's horrible.
I did.
Did you really?
It's creamy dory. It's just going to taste like the chicken with the vegetables. Surprise! You never had fish and chicken in the same crock pot?
No. Who does
You better
that?
talk to your mama.
Who does that?
I put barbecue on it, man. You ain't going to know the difference. It's like snake.
I know snake. I've eaten snake.
Okay, but
I've
with
eaten
barbecue,
gator.
chicken,
I've eaten
gator.
snake.
Sorry, you put barbecue on it. All tastes the same.
Which they kind of taste the same now that I think about it. But anyway.
It's the same as if you're with a different color guy, an Asian guy, a black guy, a white guy.
No, it's not.
A Jewish guy, and you put barbecue on. They all taste the same.
It's like eating grass snake versus eating a boa. It's not the same stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's like putting honey on the pecker. It all tastes the same.
One of them is like
It's honey. It tastes the same. I put the fish in there with the chicken. It's all in the crock pot. Surprise! It's called Meat Surprise.
what? Meat surprise.
We used to play that game when we first got the kid. Remember Meat Surprise? Meat Surprise. Say
Right.
surprise, surprise, Meat Surprise.
Meat surprise, is that when you get a GoFundMe to see your grandma?
No, not the same, George.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys.
All right, bye. Bye, guys. Love you all. Thank you so much.
We will. Thank you, Raymond,
Thank you so
Victoria,
much. Love you all.
Sarah,
Thank you so much for your support.
everybody.
Thank you so much for our big contributors. Thank you so much, Sarah, Victoria, Tom Mustafa,
Ron, I'm trying
Ronald.
to.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Pine Eddie, thank
Second
you.
Wind, Cindy
and
G.
everybody.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you so much.
I just wish this guy would have done a decent GoFundMe or he had something, it's crazy. I just hope this guy's okay. I do feel sad when these expats are homeless and this stuff happens. I like poking fun
Well,
and
here's the
everything,
thing.
but we hope doing it this way
Hopefully
is
he's
entertaining.
okay, and hopefully he'll be okay, because guess what? Getting
He's got
back
some-
to the U.S. is half the problem.
Here's the thing: it's not the same U.S. He's been here
That's
for
what I'm
years.
saying.
Financially, the
That's
country's
half
breaking
the problem.
apart.
He still
and
has to reapply
politically,
and go through all of
and
that.
he has no money, no job, no nothing.
Right.
So he's probably at a balance.
And-
And if they catch him and all this does, he's going to be in that
And
cell.
a lot of you may
months.
not be aware, usually family's not welcoming when you go back to the U.S.
Yeah, there's a lot of. He's got 3 kids he left behind. He's got an ex-wife that I'm sure that is spiteful right now because he's left it and over there raising her kids. There's got to be some sort of hate going on.
No, I'm sure.
Sorry,
I'm sure.
I'll just put that scenario. He's got 3 kids back there with exes, and he's not a spring chicken himself. So there's so many scenarios. And those kids, here's the thing. Let me throw another thing we didn't think about. Those kids are still under a certain age. He's got to owe child support. There's no way he's got 3 kids. And just a few years ago,
Oh, no.
one of them was 2
I'm
years
pretty sure
old.
he owes child support, period.
Correct. Here's another thing. He's in big
Those
trouble.
are kids. Those are kids. Those are kids.
So when
3
he
of them.
re-enters the U.S., they will catch that.
No.
He's liable to be
Oh,
arrested.
no. He owes child support big time, yes.
Straight to jail.
No questions asked.
Yeah, so
Do
there
not
you
pass
go.
go.
We didn't even bring that scenario, so he just screwed himself again. Those kids, without a doubt, is on his Instagram. He posts them. He talks about them. They're his kids, and there's 3 of them. So yeah.
Yeah.
And even if it was a couple years ago, the smallest one was under a year old.
Are you kidding me? Guys,
He's in
missed
trouble.
child support for a month for 3 kids. Trust me, it adds up.